What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Tuesday. And you know what goes down here on Tuesday? Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So, yeah, hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's Tuesday, so Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So, do me a huge favor, and you're going to make sure that you're going to be sharing it and letting all my 160 wives know that Wife Chat is going down on here. Hello, Jerika. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Tell me where you're joining me from, sweetie. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. When you get in the chat, make sure that you let me know where you're joining me from because I love to find out where people are joining me from. I appreciate you guys truly from Baltimore. Hey, I live in Maryland now. Baltimore. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for joining me. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're hitting the share button, letting all my one sexy wives know that Wife Chat is going down here. I'm not going to be on here long today. I actually got a really bad headache today, to be honest with you guys. But I wanted to do this chat on Saturday. I had an amazing class called On the Brink. And I had some wives that joined me from all over the country, and one lady from Australia. And it was an amazing class. And from Richmond, Virginia. Okay, Wanda, how are you? How are you doing? I appreciate you for joining me. Hello, hello, watching me from my YouTube channel. Yes. Amen. And so I did this class called On the Brink. Hi, Tiffany from New Mexico. Thank you from my YouTube channel. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. And we had a wonderful time. And I've had so many people contact me that missed the class and said, Gail, when will you do the On the Brink class again? And so I have it scheduled for February. So if you're on the brink or you're thinking about walking away from your marriage or whatever, give me one more chance, and can you hold on till February? I would love to do that. But tonight I wanted to just get on here and kind of follow up from that class. And everything in life is not easy, right? And so tonight I want to talk to you about choose your hard, either married or divorced, right? Choose your hard, either married or divorced. I'm great. Finally caught you live. Yes, you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. You guys don't understand. I know how busy everybody is. I know how everybody has things going on, and I don't take you guys for granted that you tune in, that you comment on my videos, whether you're on YouTube or here on Facebook, you like my posts and all those kind of things. I don't take it for granted. So I am appreciative to you getting on here and watching. I really am. And so tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about choose your heart, right? And I've been at this marriage thing for 33 years. I've been married, I got married at 21 and he was 22, and we had no, when I say zero business being married. Hi, Victor, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. And so it is not easy. And I tell my story, and I'm very open and honest about Gail and I've been on the brink twice. And when I look at when I was filing my papers and doing what I was going to do, I looked at it and I had somebody to give me a reality check. And the reality check that they gave me was, Gail, is walking away from your marriage, right? That's going to be hard. Is it going to be any easier when you walk away from it? You still going to be hard, and it's going to be hard, and you're just going to be single, right? Hello, Wakila. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Hello from New Zealand. Thank you so much for joining me. Wow. I'm blessed. You guys don't understand how blessed I feel that God gave me this vision a long time ago that I would be able to reach the world with my voice and my story, and it's happening. So I am so blessed for that. Thank you so much. But anyway, so I want to talk to you tonight about choose your hard married or choose your hard divorce. And I'm not ever going to ever tell anybody what they need to do. I just want to bring facts, right? And the fact is there is 125 million singles in the United States as of right now. 125 million singles right now in the United States, right? And men and women, there's 100% women and there's 90% men. And what I mean when I say ratio, but and in 10 states in the United States, right? In 10 states in the United States, women outnumber the men, right? And let me just tell you, out of that 125 million that are dating online and doing all the things that they're, only 12% will end up married or in a committed relationship. And so tonight I'm talking about choose your marriage, either way, hard or choose divorce, which both of them are going to be hard. Hello, Tanya. How are you? How you doing, sweetie? I appreciate you for getting on here. Hello, Mr. Perry. How are you? I appreciate you. And so you got to choose your hard, right? And my suggestion is that if you're in a marriage and you're in a situation where you can fix it, right? And I'm a strong believer, you can't change the other person. You can only change you, right? And when Gil and I was going through what we were going through, right? I was kept pointing the finger at him, wanting him to change and wanting him to do all of these things. But I had to realize the only person that I could change was me, right? And here's some reason why people want divorce, right? Continuing conflict or arguments, right? Lack of commitment. Infidelity is a huge one. Lack of physical and mental intimacy. Communication issues are huge, right? Verbal, physical, and emotional abuse, and unmet expectations. And I will tell you the biggest one for me was unmet expectations. That was a huge thing for me because I had expectations of Gail that, for one, I couldn't even meet for myself, right? I couldn't even do them for myself. That's why I had the expectation that he would, right? And then our communication was not good. So I was expecting him to know, do, say, and act a certain way, just thinking that he should know that without communicating my needs, my wants, and my desires. And so if you're in a situation where you're thinking about or contemplating divorce, I just want you to sit back and think about some of the things that you are contributing to making marriage hard. And a lot of times it's hard for you to take credit for your part, but it takes two to tango. It truly takes two to tango. And again, my phone has been ringing off the hook. That's the reason why on Saturday I did On the Brink, because so many people are ready to throw in the towel, right? And it's all about the other person. Now, I do say, do not stay in a situation where you're being physically or mentally abused. That is unhealthy. That is not the will of God for your life. And He didn't create you to be a punching bag and being called out of your name and none of those things. I wouldn't tell you to do it because I wouldn't do it myself. And I'm being 100% honest. I love God, but God loves me enough to know that I need to be in a safe place. But if it's a lack of communication, if there's a lack of intimacy and a lack of all of those things are fixable. They're 100% fixable, right? And am I bringing sexy back to the marriage conference in January? And if you have not registered, you have done yourself a disservice, right? And let me just tell you, the early bird special is going to end on Black Friday. But anyway, I have Judge Lynn Toller of Divorce Court fame coming to talk to us about what divorce is going to cost you. And it's more than just money, right? Because when you divorce somebody that you became one flesh with, it costs you more than you can even imagine. It really does. And so many people now have made divorce like, oh, like trying on a new pair of shoes. That's not what marriage was about. You said to death do us part. Now, in the word of God, he does give you a way out, right? He gives you a way out. If you're being abused, if there's infidelity, all of those things. But there is life after infidelity. I am a living witness that there's life after infidelity. That is not the worst thing that can happen in a marriage. That is not the worst thing that can happen to a marriage, because I coach and counsel people all over the world that have gotten through infidelity, and actually it had made their marriages better, including mine, because it gave me a wake-up call that I cannot take my spouse for granted, and he can't take me for granted. Because what happens when infidelity happens is that we begin to take each other for granted. We don't pay attention to what we have to say. We are not in tune if they're not feeling good, because we're too busy doing other things. Right? So the thing is why should you even look at your marriage and give it a second chance? The first thing is that you already know your spouse. You have seen them at their best. You have seen them at their worst. You have seen them sick. You've seen them well. You know all about them. And being out here and being single, and I just did a whole thing with the dating bombshell on Monday, right? The thing is, being out here and being single is not easy. The grass is not always greener, because again, I get a chance to talk to single women who want to be married. And the thing is that a lot of them are settling for being Miss Tuesday or Miss Thursday. And I'm just giving you the facts, because like I said, women outnumber men, and men know this. And so they put them in a rotation, and they have to settle for that. So think about this. Do you love yourself enough to be Miss Tuesday, or do you love yourself enough and say, I love God enough and I love my covenant enough to give this marriage one more shot? Yeah. Hi, Andrea. How are you? How you guys doing? I appreciate you guys so much. And if I'm not being able to read all your comments while I'm teaching, just know I go back and I read every last one of your comments, and I will respond, and I will like, and I will do all of those things. But again, I just want to give you guys something to think about. And if you're thinking about walking away from your marriage, at least pick up the phone and schedule a free 15-minute. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just going to give you a tool or a strategy to really help you make an informed decision. Because at the end of the day, I started doing this work 18 years ago because I wanted to eradicate divorce, because I understand what it is to be in an absolute horrible marriage. And I understand what it is to roll up my sleeves, not fix Gail, but fix Gail, and have an amazing marriage. I understand what that looks like. Is it perfect every day? Absolutely not. Because I'm not a perfect person, and he's not either, right? Do I make mistakes all the time? Absolutely. But the difference between me and other people is I come on here and I tell the truth. The same way I am on this vid is the same way I am at home. You can talk to my kids, and they will say I am the same exact way. because I do not. I have a lot of colleagues that act like they perfect and all those kind of things, and that's not the call that I have on my life. I want to see you guys win, and throwing in the towel so quickly before you even put in the work. We work so hard at getting educated. We work so hard at looking beautiful. We work so hard at so many different things, but when it comes to we work harder. Some of us worked harder planning the wedding than we do in staying in it. We will spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have this amazing big wedding. But when it's time to say, let's get some counseling, let's try something different, let me go take a communication class, let me do whatever that is, I don't have the money for that. Don't have the money for that. Don't have money for that. Thank you. The service that I do is a blessing. I appreciate you. We don't have no money for that. I just had a couple that did a 15-minute consultation with me. They said they couldn't afford it. They went to the Bahamas. They could afford to go to the Bahamas. Do you know they tried to call me and try to get me to fix what was going on in the Bahamas so they can enjoy the rest of their vacation, but they couldn't pay me to fix it before they went to the Bahamas? I told them absolutely not. Because your priorities is out of whack. You should have put your vacation on hold, got your communication together, got your marriage correctly so you could go to the Bahamas and enjoy the beach. Because I'm not a 911 call. I don't have no magic wand. But see, priorities is out of whack. Your marriage is raggedy, but you can turn around and go to the Bahamas, but you don't want to invest in your marriage to fix it so you can have a great time on vacation. I get it all the time. Your spouse is the only walking, talking, living, breathing person that you cut a covenant with on this earth. And we treat that like whatever. It's good. We got to shift our thinking, people. Just like we fight for our jobs, and when people are doing us wrong and we put in the work and we do all of those things, we put in the work to get our bodies banging. We put in our work to do all of these different things to get our degrees. We put in the work and work hard and take on extra shifts to get the kind of car we want, get the kind of house we want, all of those kind of things. But when it comes to the person that you cut a covenant with, I can't work that hard. Can't do it. And I'm not talking at you. I used to be you. That used to be me. That wasn't a priority to me. But when I shifted my thinking and I say, Gail, you work so hard and you put so much into everybody else, but the person that you became one flesh with, that was a wake-up call for me. That was a wake-up call for me. Gail was like, gee, you don't communicate well. I'm like, I communicate with people all the time. Well, I wasn't communicating with the person that is my best friend that I lay down in the bed with every single night. So what did I go do? I invested in myself. I went and took a communication class so I can be able to communicate in my own house and not get frustrated and act a fool and cussing and going on and all that kind of stuff. What's important? You got to shift. Because let me just tell you, I talk to women and men that are single that want to be in committed relationships. But it's hard because they keep meeting people that send their representative. You already know what you have. Fix you. Quit pointing the finger at him and fix you. Because when you show up different and you talk different and you change your tone and you do all of those things, he's going to change because you can't argue. It takes two people to tango. It takes two people to tango. The life of y'all. I am so happy I found you. I'm in a sexless marriage to a narcissist who is addicted to porn and financially abused me. Okay, that's a lot to unpack. That's a lot to unpack on here. But let me just tell you that I've done a teaching, and I know you've probably seen it on my YouTube channel about how to be married to a narcissist. And also, if he's addicted to porn, that is the devil. Let me just tell you, it is the devil. And the porn industry has done a great job making that stuff look real, and it's not real. And I would love for you, if you can, go visit my website, gailcrowder.com, and I would love to have a conversation with you. And I'll put that in the chat, and it's free, because again, you're dealing with a whole lot when you're dealing with a narcissist and somebody who's addicted to porn. That is huge. Yes, you are real transparent. That's why I love. Oh, thank you, Wakila. I appreciate you. And so again, I want you guys to win, but I want you to shift your thinking, right? I want you to shift your thinking. And I know some people have said, I already been to counseling and it didn't work, or I want to go to counseling and he don't want to go to counseling, so I'm not going to even try. Go to counseling to change you. Go to counseling to change you, because it gives you clarity. Quit worrying about him. Shift you. Shift you. And you know, I hate to say it, I'm a licensed counselor, but I do more coaching because I like that part of it. But I am a licensed counselor, licensed sexologist, all of those kind of things. But at the end of the day, right? If you went to a counselor and it did not work, first, there's a couple of things that you need to ask yourself. Was I fully present? Did I do the work? And did I truly want to make a shift? Because some people go to counseling just to say that they went and it didn't work. Did you apply what they ask you to do? Did you shift? Did you whatever? Because for me, I do homework. I give my clients homework and I expect it back at a certain time. And the homework that I give them is helping them reach their goals. The goals that they set, not goals that I set for them. So if you're in a situation like I've been to counseling and it's been 5 years ago or 7 years ago or whatever, try it again. Try somebody new. I will always listen to you because you're real. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Again, at the end of the day, I want to see you guys win. I do. And you can choose the hard way, which is divorce, or you can choose the hard way and stay married. I'm not going to say marriage is easy. It's not, but it really is worth it. Because again, when I was looking outward and saying, I want to be single, I can do this by myself and all those kind of things. When my friend asked me that question, I had to shift. I had to shift, and I had to change Gail. And when I changed Gail, it ultimately changed my marriage, and it changed how Gail responded to me. Try just changing you. And I had to do the hard work and realize I was part of the problem. Well, I was 90% of the problem, be honest with y'all. I was 90% of the problem because my mouth was a lethal weapon. It was. And I treated people outside of my home better than I treated the people that was inside of my home. And I am begging you and pleading with you before you just say it's so easy to get out and be single or whatever, because I got single girlfriends, they live in a life. I can tell you they are lonely when they go home to that empty bed. I can tell you that. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. You give me hope. I hope I do, Mr. Victor. I really do. And that is really my desire, and that is really my prayer, that you guys win in your marriages. That is my prayer, that you guys win in your marriages. I want to see you win. You can thrive. You can have, but you got to change you. You have to shift you. Is it easy? Absolutely not. But is it worth it? Absolutely, it is. Just like we work out and we do all of these things and we put the time in or whatever, do that for your marriage. At least try for 6 weeks. Try for 6 weeks. They say when you do something for 6 weeks, it becomes habit. Try one thing. Try to implement one thing that's positive into your marriage and see the results that you get. See the results that you get. Because I was in such a bad space. People was like, just pray for it, pray for it. And I'm like, I can't even pray for myself. How can I pray for somebody else? And like I told the ladies on Saturday, I literally had to make some index cards to pray for Gail. And I would just sit there and read them. God bless him. God protect him. Because it was nothing there. But when I did it for 6 weeks, every single day, then I began to pray for myself. Then I began to pray for he and I. Then I began to pray for him, myself, and my marriage. I look around now and I tell you guys this. Every single morning at 4 a.m., no matter where I am in the world, I am up praying and interceding for marriages all over the world. And that started with me with some index cards because there was nothing there. Because I want to see you guys win. I understand what it is to be in an absolute where he can't stand me, I can't stand him. We just existing. And it was my thoughts were I'm staying together till my son get a certain age, and then he can understand, and then I'm gonna leave. That was my mindset. Because I was always able to take care of Gail, so it wasn't a financial thing. But at the end of the day, I initiated one thing, and that was just beginning to pray. One thing. I don't know what your one thing is, but at least give that one thing a chance. Just that one thing. That's all I'm asking. Because going through a divorce is going to be hard. Separating all your assets is going to be hard. Coming home to an empty house is going to be hard. Laying in that cold bed where I live is cold now. It's going to be hard. So why not fix it when you can come home and set the temperature in your home where there's love, peace, joy? Just try it. That's all I'm asking. Just try it. Switch one thing. Do one thing nice. Change one thing. Just one thing. One. And see how it works. What about coming home and still feeling alone? Yeah. You come home and still feel alone, Mr. Victor, but you can change that. Because if you come home and there's no conversation, try to start the conversation. Try to start the conversation. Because a lot of times we settle in, she ain't saying nothing to me, I'm not saying nothing to her, or he ain't saying nothing to me, I ain't saying nothing to him. Start the conversation. Or just say, honey, would you like to go to dinner? Ask the question. They're not looking for that because you're changing, you're doing something different. Or would you like me to cook? Whatever that looks like, do something different. Tarika, my aunt and my mom went to your conference a few years ago and said you blessed them. I'm looking to attend the next one. I appreciate you so much. You want to go ahead and register because literally, I don't know how many spots is left, but it's not too many spots left. To be honest with you, because I cut the conference. Usually I have like over 200 something women. I cut it down to 80 women this year. in for January, because I want to make sure we're able to space out and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's like 49, only 49 spots left. And my teachers and speakers already have sent me a list of women that they're doing. So I don't know, but if you're thinking about coming, I would not wait, and get the early bird special. You guys, get the early bird special for real. And it's not going to, you're not going to be disappointed. It's not a conference that you've ever been to, and I'm just being 100% honest. I have people who come from around the world to bringing sexy back to marriage, and they're like, this is nothing that I ever experienced before. Because again, when God gave me the vision, he said create a place that women can come and get boudoir photography. They can learn to do a sexy lap dance. They, you know, we have amazing. I teach a class called The Show, which is hands-on fellatio class. Like, we go there, we really do, and it's done all under one roof. It really is. And so my thing is that, you know, we have some wife life courses that you know come, you know, that are doing during the day on Friday, and we deal with a lot of hard stuff like infidelity and communication, and you know, being, you know, how to submit without losing yourself, and all of those kind of things. And then we have the girlfriend's dinner party, where it's hot. And if you want to see some videos from past bringing sexy back to the marriages, all you have to do is go to my website and click on the Bring It Sexy Back to the Marriage, and you can see all the videos, some of the videos, not all of the videos up there, but you can see some of the stuff. We have a blast. We really do have a blast. And this year we're talking about leveling up. So we're going to talk about how to level up in every area of your life. And it's going to be hot. It really is. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you, it is not any conference like that on the planet. I've had some people try to duplicate what I do, but when you're anointed and appointed to do that, it doesn't even compare. Can we join virtually, Tiffany? Actually, the answer is I don't do it virtually, for the simple fact is that I want the women to be free, because it's just the women, it's not the husbands. I want them to be free. So we laugh, we cry, we dance, we get loose, we do all of those things. So unfortunately, I have not been released to video and to stream the conference yet. But I get that a lot from a lot of people from around the world. But unfortunately, right now, the answer would have to be no. And I'm just being honest. Thank you, Wakila. You will not be disappointed, and the gifts and food are amazing. Yeah, I love to give amazing gifts. I really do. And she will tell you, you, when you leave there, you leave with a really good, sexy bag that you can utilize. I don't give you no fluff and a bunch of junk or whatever. I give you stuff that you can actually use, like good stuff, like not no cheap stuff, really. And you do win. I give away lingerie. I give away all kind of stuff at my conference, because I want to see you win. I really do. So again, you guys, I love you guys to pieces, and I truly appreciate you. But I want you to choose to do something and to implement one thing that can impact and change your marriage. Just tell me you're gonna do that, okay? I appreciate you. I love you guys to pieces. I will see you next week, which is going to be right before Thanksgiving. So I got some good stuff to talk to you about that. You know, how to deal with your in-laws and all those people that's coming to your house on Thursday. I love you guys. I will see you